Government relations, Andrew Street. He's worked very, very hard on this. Welcome, Andrew. Andrew's relatively recently moved to NODA. He got a baby due on first child.
About a week.
Yeah, a week.
Wow.
So you may have to duck out. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe a phone call.
got my phone on. So.
Okay.
Try to stand on the X board.
Yeah,
Okay.
stand on the X.
Good morning. I know some of you, I think a lot of you have not met yet, but again, my name is Andrew Street, and Dan Ferris and I are sort of co-chairs on the Government Advocacy Caucus Group. Our main focus is sort of tracking and being involved in the urban bike ped corridor that will parallel the Blue Line extension of the light rail line. The map in the back of the room was put together by Alta Planning. That's the consultant the city hired this year. And that sort of shows what current plans are. I'll back up a little bit. Our goals for 2010 were to form a stakeholder group and build support to get people involved and to mobilize people into this effort. I think we were partially dumb luck. We were pretty successful this year. The city hired a consultant. They formed a stakeholder group, and they put on a series of meetings for this effort. I think probably one of our failures, or where we didn't succeed so well this year, was to really get people involved. The city put on the first public workshop on January 18th, and for lack of a better term, I kind of think that I felt like we were preaching to the choir. There weren't a lot of people from the public there. The room was full of city and county employees and consultants and Cabo folks. And so I think that's our big challenge looking ahead to next year, is to really fill the room at the next meeting. Dan and I are your representatives, so if any of you are interested in this and it's important to you, please talk with us. If I don't have your email, I'd really like to get it. I'm not so sure how many people will get in our caucus group today, but I'm going to hand out sort of our goals, or our tentative goals, to everybody. I don't know if I have enough copies to go around, but if it came with somebody to share. So I'm going to hand these out. And I don't know, I feel like this is really important to Charlotte. This is really going to change the landscape of cycling in Charlotte and help advance Charlotte to a premier bicycling city. So come to my group today, please, and I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, Dan, thank you very much. Bill Brand.
Thanks, Mark. I'm Bill Brandon, and I'm here as the facilitator of the last group, which and it's my first time attending one of these meetings. So I think I'm one of those bad examples of the bad problem of getting volunteers that you mentioned. So maybe there's a lesson to be learned. I've been a member of CABA for some years because I thought it was important, it was a good thing, I was too busy to get involved. Our group is the goal that was decided last in the 2010 meeting was to maximize public exposure to key groups, especially urban campuses. And the story about why I'm here today is actually involved in that process, because at UNC Charlotte, starting last spring in 2010, a group came together, faculty, staff, and students, and we got organized as UNC Charlotte cyclists. And at this point, we've done all the organizational stuff. The maintenance, facilities and maintenance people have an office of sustainability, and they hosting our website and providing some logistical support for us. We have a large mailing list, and the person who was here last year, Emma Bianchi, an assistant professor in philosophy with incredible amounts of energy and much more engaged than most assistant professors are, is the one who really deserves the credit for bringing us together. And why am I a bad example of volunteer? Because when I know somebody and something is immediate in my neighborhood, I'll get involved. And CABA was just this sort of overarching organization. It was a good idea, but it didn't need me. So we've this caucus, which is essentially not had a leader during the past year, and I'm here as facilitator, not as leader or chair. But it can claim the success of at least getting one pretty solid organization. And what is the goal of UNC Charlotte Cyclists? Nothing more ambitious than changing the culture. Because this is a campus which is, I'm sure many of you have been in Charlotte longer than I have been, started out as a commuter campus. We now have like maybe 10, 15,000 people within a couple of miles. It's the perfect place for young people living where in a crowded area where there's not enough room for all the cars. Perfect place for a cycling culture, but it doesn't exist yet, and we'd like to foster it. So that's our bigger mission. Our short-term mission is to celebrate one success in that part of the city, and that is the completion of Toby Creek Greenway. And weather now is pretty bad, so wisely, the official opening, though it's there to be used, please go and cycle on the Greenway. But the official opening is April 15th. So we want to have an event. We hope that as many people from CABA will come and help the whole community celebrate it. Our UNC Charlotte Cyclists is just a part. So please put that down on your calendars.
10 a.m.
And just quickly,
Sure,
thanks very much, Bill. The purpose of your caucus wasn't clear, isn't to deal with UNC Charlotte.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, any kind of partnership ideas where we would work with another institution or other group that you might want to focus on, really be the point.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be so looking backwards.
Bill, is your group recognized by the school and everything now, or what's the status of that group now?
Well, Emma is a very good philosopher, so she's got a fellowship in Scotland. Mike Murphy, Mike, how about raising your hand or standing up, is the interim executive director. And you know, what would you say, Michael? The university's supportive, particularly facilities people, right? Mostly we're our own group. But
that's right. We couldn't make it a student group because we're some of the non-students. But I think we're as official as
I think we're as much as official as we want to be. And because it's, you know, nobody's going to fund us. So we don't really need a lot of money. It's a culture change thing. And there are a lot of people in the administration and in the faculty, among the staff, who'd like to see this happen. It's part of what being a modern urban campus is supposed to be.
I mean, I went to school there. That's why I was wondering. The bike parking is pathetic on campus. I mean, that's a simple solution for a lot of things there. I still live around campus and try to ride over there. It's unbelievable how the lack of bike parking we have on campus.
We're going to try to work on that. And please come to this caucus, because this account has been backward looking, but we really want, as a CABA group, to sort of look not at UNC Charlotte, but at the bigger community and other opportunities for doing exciting things during next year.
Great. Thanks very much, Bill. Thanks a lot. We actually are really, I'm not sure how we're going to resolve this, but we're supposed to actually be done with this at 10:30. But I'm thinking, why don't you shoot for 10:40, and I'll be circulating if there needs to be a change. I have to get through to John Cock. If there needs to be, once I know what John Cock is next in the schedule, let's work it in. We'll figure something out. But